Dragon's breath. The Qunari always enjoy their metaphors. But what does it mean?
Who knows? Qunari agents moving through Illuvians to attack the south is bad enough already.
I still do not understand why they accused the Inquisition of serving Fenarel.
That's a very good question. But I would guess maybe cause Fenarel and his servants opened the Illuvians, and maybe the Qunari took those access codes. And that's why they think we are on Fenarel's side and punishing the Qunari. True, in character we don't know anything about Solas being Fenarel.
It doesn't matter why the Qunari think we're tied to Fenharel. All that matters is stopping them.
Let's see the Exalted Council try to disband the Inquisition after we've saved them from this dragon's breath.
We must find out what Dragon's breath is first. For now, our only lead is the Qunari leader, the Vidusala.
I heard a door flying
Gentlemen!
open.
My apologies, Lady Josephine. There has been an incident with one of your soldiers.
How dare you? It was bad enough that the Inquisition chose not to inform the Exalted Council of the Qunari Corps.
Ole would have been happy to help with the matter.
But now your own guards are attacking servants? You have overstepped your bounds.
No matter what would have happened, he would use it against something against us, right?
My plan to seize power in Ferelden would hardly start with soldiers scuffling in Orlais, Earl Deegan.
While the Exalted Council is our foremost priority, the Inquisitor will, of course, address this matter personally.
Thank you, Inquisitor. Ole stands ready to assist the Inquisition, as always.
Secrets and lies. Do you understand why we fear your Inquisition? You act as if you're the solution to every problem. How long before you drag us into another war?
What's the alternative? What did Ferelden do against Corypheus?
What's going on here?
The Orlesians tried to take one of our people, Inquisitor. We've secured the area.
This is the Winter Palace. You cannot simply seize control when one of your guards attacks a servant.
The Inquisition is handling this. When some noble commits a crime of fashion, you can take over.
I only asked what he was doing.
And when I refused to bow to the Inquisition's dogs, you attacked me! How would you like us to handle the situation, Inquisitor?
What even happened?
That barrel there. Where did it come from?
I was ordered to bring wine for the guests.
You're lying.
Your Inquisition soldiers are completely out of control.
No, we're in control. Keep talking and you'll find yourself in chains.
I don't even really know what happened. Why do we have to do this decision without proper asking first? This feels so random to decide. Take guard into custody or arrest the Elysian servant. How about investigate and ask questions first before doing a decision like that?
I apologize for my guard's actions. My people will take her into custody, with your permission.
As you say, Inquisitor, Lord Cyril will hear about this.
Didn't he already?
Inquisitor, I also found this by the barrel. I can't read the language.
Did you resolve the problem with the guard?
The guard is the least of our problems. Someone smuggled Gatlock barrels into the Winter Palace.
Smile, Inquisitor. There are many eyes upon us. At least now we know the true extent of the dragon's breath.
Great. People trying to blow up the palace. It's getting nicer and nicer around here.
How are you still smiling?
Years of training as a bard, Inquisitor. We cannot show weakness now. Enemies could be watching, or we can let them seize idle conversation between two friends.
Yay, fun.
You think the dragon's breath is these Gatlock barrels?
Of course, a surprise attack, even through the Illuvians, would have met fierce resistance. But if everyone at the Exalted Council died in an explosion, the South would be rudderless, vulnerable to attack. This is what Corypheus should have done after the explosion at the Temple of Sacred Ashes. An attack as swift and unstoppable as the breath of a dragon.
And I mean, it worked before, right? At the very beginning of Dragon Age Inquisition, just to kill the whole council, the divine and all high-ranking Chantry people. That really worked in turning the whole thing into turmoil.
The guard who confronted the servant said she found this note near one of the barrels. It looks like Kunari writing.
Let me see. I picked some up from the Iron Bull, though I'm told my accent is atrocious. These are orders for positioning the Gatlock in the palace. When duty has been performed, report to the Vidasala through the mirror marked by a bookcase.
There's so many Illuvians in this palace. But hey, we can go there and maybe try to distract them. Or even stop this whole
I've been hoping
operation.
to meet the esteemed Vidasala. How nice of her to invite us over.
Good. While you do that, I will have agents locate the Gatlock barrels and remove them safely. I will also send word to my foreign contacts. We must see where else this dragon could strike.
Okay. I think this is now the third Illuvian we are going to find here. Kinda absurd. Hello, nice to see you. How are you? How's it going? How was your weekend?
Make a smile upon you.
Are they collecting the Illuvians here? I think we're too high up. Yeah. One floor too high. How do I get there? I would just go through this gate, but we kinda can't do that. Nice, happy to hear that. I'm tired. I hate time changes. But beside that, I'm really well. Still a little bit recovering from a cold, but yeah, happy to be able to stream again and do voices. And also really excited to do the finale of the game today. Excited and a little sad. The time change absolutely blindsided you? Don't tell me this is the first time you hear about the time change. I mean, would be funny. Are we now using the magical egg? Oh no, I think those stairs here are new, right? Yeah, now we have to go up there. You know what? We are going to explore this Illuvian here before we go up there. Because I think they are kind of blocking you from going somewhere early. Because we couldn't go there before. Is that a dragon statue? And this part of the mountain kind of looks like a cow. Huh. Not like cloud gazing, but mountain gazing. Sounds like a dwarven activity. I just completely forgot, wondered why I was up so late. Nice. True, I mean, since everything is automatic. I just have one clock in my apartment, which I have to manually adjust.
They'll hurt the helpless unless we stop them.
Or demons. Because in general, I only use the time on either my computer or my phone. But in the kitchen, I still have a trusty old mechanical clock. Oh, well, it is still electrical, but analog. Go. Fun fact about the Illuvian network, looks different when not playing an elf, it looks more dead. Interesting. It changes depending on the race you're playing? Very curious. But I mean, we had that in the beginning, right? When we first entered it, we had a small bantering about whether it looks the same to everyone. Then I do want... But I mean, we heard that the crossroads are kind of like close to the Fade, right? Maybe that's why it looks different from person to person. Yeah, I think I preferred manually adjusting in a way. I gotta say, I still hope they're going to abolish time change in the European Union. They are supposed to do that, but, well, let's see. Time would only change when I wanted it to. Oh, that would be cool. So you can just basically turn back time and everything on your whim. That would be cool. Probably very chaotic. And physically a little bit hard. But hey. I'm here, Revenant. I just wanted to say, it's not even attacking. Just waiting. Come on. Nice. Okay, was there anything interesting around here? Need to read? Moldy journal. Mold and rot have eaten most of the pages of these books. The remaining vellum is covered in spiky handwriting with spelling that is either archaic, widely idiosyncratic, or both. Good. So, YHT? I guess that's just an abbreviation for someone. So YHT crossed from the Volca, that which draggeth souls down to its larder, and the brine dog. His beast preyeth on humble wits, and Gold Sorn even and the tower's keeper declares our rest here, if I would ease me. If it's an old way to write it. The Elven, which pulled me grip up from my hand, kens he's last of his kind. I made it known, Elven like self-like, but he saw it would not be as it was and I said, oh boy. That's ever true, and he laughed lark-like. Come dark, he showed me a mirror deep strange, an alluvian sawn to been in his family for. Oh. So someone rediscovering the alluvians, I guess, like ages ago. Let's see if there's something interesting in this chest. Huh? The bind that guides. I think this is a whole accessory kit. So let's see if that's maybe good for Cole. Bind that guides. Yeah, definitely better than 30% fire resistance, right? Right. I wonder if we're going to find all of those, or if I'm as usual just overlooking some parts. Down here, I think. I hate time change. They could just keep wintertime all the year and I would be happy. Yeah, I think all the time summertime would be kind of bad, at least for us in winter, because it would be like dark, like very late in the morning. But in general, I would be fine with either if we didn't have time change. Oh, another magical egg. Let's touch it. Can we touch it? Here, I can. I can't touch this one. Curious. And it's not a dragon. It's an eagle? Some kind of bird. Really interesting. What would be cool regarding like different perception of the crossroads would be if you selected like other characters, you would see it from their perspective. Like different for humans, different for Cole as at least partially spirit, different for Iron Bull if you took them along. Map of the crossroads. The Sunsign node was tucked into a bookshelf in the crossroads, as if left for someone to find. Do not stray from the marked paths. There are many mirrors. Some lead to danger. Do not linger longer than you must. At the bottom is a crude map of floating islands. some of which seem impossible to reach. Did we now get a full map? I don't think so.
An alluvion marked by a bookshelf. This should be it.
Let us get answers from this Vidasala.
I wouldn't say this counts as marked by a bookshelf. Because, I mean, it is just an alluvion near a bookshelf. A book from the crossroads. Its pages are filled with numbers and letters splattered around the page in random order, like writing in a dream. Every other book on its shelf is filled with the same nonsense script. In certain lights, the letters appear to shift slightly out of the corner of the eye. It's not really on a shelf, but hey. Weird, it really seems very close to the fate, this place here. The slim journal was tucked into a bookshelf in the crossroads, as if left for someone to find. Each entry is in a different hand. I've dropped rocks off 12 ledges. I've not heard one hit the bottom. This place has no bottom. Do not be here if you have no task here. An entry in Kunlad follows. Emmett missed his rendezvous. He said he was scouting the lower ledges on orders. Another entry in Kunlad follows. Why can we now read Kunlad? Understood. No one's to go near that mirror. I thought we couldn't read Kunlad. What are you currently playing for games, Luna? To kind of adjust the usual BG3 question.
Is this some sort of old elven library?
It definitely saw a massive magical backlash some time ago.
I
Let's hope we
love
can track down the
libraries.
Vidasala in all this.
So much knowledge usually stored here. But it seems completely empty. Empty. The Dithara, Signs of Victory. The pages of this book, Memory, describe a monument made in a single afternoon by 1,000 toiling servants swarming over a lump of fallen stone as large as a collapsed mountain. By the end of the day, the stern figure of Algranan stares down into a valley, carved out from the foothills of the rock. The slaves have disappeared. Light radiates from the Eidolon's narrowed eyes and its open, snarling mouth. Hail Alganan, first among the gods, mark his victory eternal. Curious. Kind of ties into what Fenrirel told us about, like, people more like oppressed by the gods rather than servants, right? Or followers. What? Why did you uninstall BG3, Luna? The Dithara, Homecoming. The pages of this book, or Memory, describe an elf approaching a city of glass spires so deeply blue they ache. The city's outskirts are wrapped in lakes of mist, and figures stroll along the pearly, glowing strips as if they walked on solid ground. Wow, April Fools, you really got me there. I was like, what happened that you uninstalled the game? And you are the first person to play an April Fool's joke on me today, like in the whole day. The city's outskirts are wrapped in lakes of mist, and figures stroll along the pearly, glowing strips as if they walked on solid ground. Groves of trees woven into enormous parks shelter elves in quiet hollows, while other elves walk below a river churning along an invisible shoal in the air. The scene hums with quiet talk and contentment as the memory makes reaches the city's gates, already thrown open wide. I'm very confused by those memories. Exile of the Forbidden Ones. The pages of this book, or Memory, show the blazing forms of the Evenuris banishing a howling spirit from the reaches of the fate that touch the lands. A voice rings out, stern and imperial. A howling spirit? Is that Fenrirel? For abandoning the people in their time of greatest need, for casting aside form to flee to where the earth could not reach, we declare Xenbenek and others of her ilk exiled from the lands of the Evenuris. Beware, Their familiarity with shape allows them to travel paths unaided. They may be bound, but only the protection of your gods will fully shield you from their malice. They are forbidden from Earth. That is our right. Huh. Who's Sebenkek? I'm so confused. Okay, lots of stories which confuse Ethan. Maybe you can make more sense of it. It just seems like moments from the Elven history, right? Ooh. Someone really wanted to make a show of your death. Hey, we could modify our weapons here. Just in case. I still have the game installed mostly because it would take ages to reinstall it. True, very true. I mean, over 100 gigabytes, right? I'm playing PT3. How far are you, Luna? Voice of the Void, my satellite alien seeking game, and Peaks of Yore.
Elven.
More ancient Elven.
If you wish, honored Elven, I will speak so your guests understand. I am study. I am a learning thirst. Come, know what has not been lost. New words, new stories. The Qunari would not approach, but we learned their words as well. If you wish to exchange knowledge, they congregate by the lower gate.
I don't know if we're going to exchange knowledge with the Qunari, but thank you. Interesting, so there's basically a spirit taking care of the library? Ah, it would be so cool to just lose yourself and talk with the spirit and read all the books around here.
I'm looking for a Qunari called Vidasala. Do you know what she wants here?
Vidasala, yes. She uses scholars and mages for study. They fear this place, but they seek to know the Veil.
Why do they want to know the Veil? What are they up to? Do they want to do something similar to Corypheus? Is it once again about tearing down the Veil? Do they want to go into the Fate?
What does Vidasala want to know about the Veil?
I regret I do not have more information. I am sundered from myself. If you discover another one of me nearer the Qunari, I may know more. Kindly give it my greetings. I have not thought with myself for some time.
Hey, greetings from yourself. Curious, what happened to the spirit?
What did the old elves use this place for?
This is the Vir Dethara, the living knowledge of the Empire. The libraries of every city, the wisdom of every court. A connecting place whose paths are in disarray.
But like the Elven Empire? Probably, right?
I could learn so much about my people. What were they like? How long is our history?
I will try to recall, honored patron, but there are gaps, breaks. Greetings, laughter, Ema Enasal, forms out of air, light, memories. And yet there are so many broken paths at every missing.
Stop, please, stop. You don't need to hurt yourself.
Yes, wisdom from compassion. Yes, I will stop. Apologies. I knew all once. We knew. With the break, only fragments or knowledge new since the fall.
Interesting. I mean, it makes sense that she's a wisdom spirit. But what kind of break? Was that the tearing of the veil? Was that the breach?
We'll be going now.
Know this. An unknown person, not of the Qunari, recently woke the librarians.
An unknown person?
Solace?
Could this be our agent of Fen'Harel?
The librarians facilitated learning before the fracture, before the fall. Now, beware them. They are unwell.
Yeah, the library was broken, but by whom? By that unknown person? by Solace, probably. Sibenkek was the
There,
forbidden one in
Kunari,
Dragon.
on that upside-down island.
They have a camp.
An upside-down camp. Sibenkek was the forbidden one in Dragon Age 2 that you never found during the evil book quest. Ah, cause I destroyed the books. So it's nice. On my main playthrough, I'm at the end of Act 2, but I've also been dragged into another multiplayer game. But I mean, that sounds nice. I hope this time you're going to play the game to the finish line.
That prepared some of the steps. Let's look around for more.
Let's
The
go
inverted
looking.
Illuvian must lead to the Kunari.
Let's go looking for glowing axe. Which is kind of fitting, cause it's Easter Monday, right? Egg hunt. That is really a funny coincidence. I think we have to go into the Illuvian. No matter where I want to go, we have to go through this Illuvian. Let's see. The creation of the Veil nearly completely crippled the elf's magic. This is kind of similar to Karthus' folly, that in his creation destroyed the magic, holding a lot of the buildings, etc. together. Curious. I mean, kinda makes sense. I mean, before the creation of the Veil, like Fate and Material World were as one, right? And yeah, this place is really cool. I love how it looks. So was this library destroyed with the creation of the Veil? That has been ages ago.
Back when I was a spirit, this wouldn't have bothered me. Now it's all wrong.
Which kind of surprises me though. I would guess as a spirit this also feels wrong. Everything turned upside down. So it was the creation of the Fate that rendered this place so messed up. I don't like that there are so many Kunari up there. Oh well. Duel of 100 Years. The pages of this book, or memory, show a narrow plateau on top of a mountain. Two armored figures, one in gold, one in black, are fighting in the snow. Steel flickers so fast the air hums. Blood dots the ground. They do not stop for breath. The one in black makes no sound as the blade passes through it. Methal, in her wisdom, interceded in an argument between Elganan and Fayondin. With clever words, she convinced them to settle their grievance through a battle of their champions. Elganan and Fayondin agreed, and set their champions against each other rather than declare war among the gods. May those nights long be remembered, and Methal's wisdom praised. So, no matter if those gods are mortal or not, they fought against each other. For what? For power? For followers? About decisions? Yeah, the Veil creation destroyed the library. The old elven mages were as powerful as the netherrealm mages. Insane. And they also don't seem to be like the good guys, the ancient elves, from what we gather so far. The pages of this book, or memory, show a solemn group of elves in an amphitheater of living wood, with trees growing into seats and stairs for the listeners to recline on. Two other elves and the spirit of learning are speaking in turn on ways to bend the properties of the material world when casting spells. At the end, the spirit, with the air of a senior lecturer, flows forward and booms in a surprisingly deep voice. The unchanging world is delicate. Spells of power invite disaster and annihilation. The unchanging world is stubborn. The pull of the earth fiercely resists making fire run like water or stone rise like mist. The unchanging world rings with its own harmony. Listen with fearless hearts, and great works will unfold. Good guys is a matter of perspectives.
Did you notice? Your anchor is flaring up near magic. Elven magic.
It doesn't hurt when I cast spells. What's causing this?
I'm not sure. Tell us if it gets worse.
It really seems to resonate with ancient elven magic. Regarding good guys as a matter of perspective, I think there are kind of general things about like what is considered good or what is considered evil. Like having slaves, for example. It's definitely an evil thing. Or suppressing others and killing others. The pages of this book or memory describe an immensely tall, immensely graceful vine that flowers with the heat of a copper sunset and has blossoms as large as ponds, petals as long as a man, and scents puffing out like citron and sky and carrion death. What a wild combination. The day the last of the vines fold, spent and extinct, the creator of this memory weeps and, after recording the flower's sights and sounds, utters Euthenera. Treasure this thought, for it was the last of its kind, and so much more than the last of me. I doubt the ancient elves would see it that way. I guess the ones in power, right? But I guess the oppressed ones, and also the oppressed other elves, wouldn't be as happy about it. Okay, we have two options. Let's start with the left one. Broken Tower. But I mean, in general, of course, no one who does evil things is like, okay, I'm absolutely wrong about doing that. They always justify that.
These Qunari are dead, but there's not a mark on them.
Look at their eyes. They died in fear.
What killed them? Is that another part of the Archivist? Yes.
Welcome, welcome. Listen to the last words of those who lived past the fall. How could the dread wolf cast a veil between the world that wakes and the world that dreams? The Evenuris will send people. They will save us. When have you last heard from the gods? When the veil came down, they went silent. What is this veil? What has Fen'Harel done?
Are these records saying Fen'Harel created the veil between our world and the Fade?
Insane.
That means the Fade and the waking world were once one and the same.
And by doing that, he also banished the gods. That's how he did that. That's how Fen'Harel banished the other gods. But why did he do that? Because of what happened to Mythal? Because of Mythal's murder? Or to protect the elves, to give them freedom? I mean, that's what was kind of implied earlier at his refuge. And I mean, if Solus is Fen'Harel, which is kind of confirmed, I'd say.
Technical notes. What did the Qunari come here to learn?
I recognize some formulas. The Qunari are trying to prove theoretical magic of some kind.
Yes, yes. So, if Solus created the veil to banish the gods, but like for the elves, why is he now trying to destroy the veil? Because I think that's what's happening with the artifact, right? To right or wrong? Because of the downfall of the elves after creating the veil? Look at the mural. Ooh, those are many eyes. Is that how... And that looks so much like Solus. Is that when he created the veil? Is this here supposed to be the veil? When the Dread Wolf's gaze is bright, light burns a ring of the dead. We touched those flames before. I don't want to do that again. Didn't end nicely. And I guess that's why Solus gave the artifact, the anchor we have, and also the second orb, to Corypheus, to open the veil, to destroy it. Curious. Jumping over them. That didn't work last time. I tried that. I died. Let's go down here. Aha, another egg.
These blocks are heading toward that upside-down alluvion.
Can we trust this magic?
It's a place of learning. Maybe this Vir Dethara is helping us find what we need.
And this whole place seems to be about magic. Okay, now let's go back. Was it here? I think it was around here to go back. Right? Right. I mean, the question is also, what really caused the downfall of the elves? Why was that connected? Why was that connected to the creation of the veil? Because it just kind of destroyed their magic? I mean, it also cost the elves the immortality, right? Solus gave the orb to Corypheus to open it. He couldn't do it, so close to awakening he thought the orb would kill Corypheus, but he didn't count on the blight regeneration. Ah. I mean that he couldn't open it himself. He told us in the epilogue of the main game, right? Oh well. Ooh, so many of them. Go. Come on, don't walk away from my room. I hate it. Nice. Late surprise. But I mean, would destroying the veil really solve problems? I mean, how did I... What? Come on, come on, come on, come on. Where's even Cassandra? Is Cassandra this? Where the heck is Cole? Ah, here. Oh boy. I need to really... Feels... How did Cole just immediately die? He even drank a potion. Anyway, I think I have to focus a little bit on the fight. They just one-hit me. What the heck? Let's go. And another barrier. Oh boy. One Dorian. Please drink a potion. Okay, and cool. Here we go. Come on, come on. I mean, it feels like destroying the veil would just mean so many more demons in the material world. Because I mean, that's basically what we've been fighting this whole game, right? But it also explains why Solus dislikes the Deluge so much, right? The big problem is, what do you unleash by destroying the veil? The demons are innumerable, absolutely, and I don't think the ancient elven gods are going to be happy. Nope,